Hey guys, I'm just doing a quick dyeing experiment that came from my last dyeing video. I just keep finding more and more things to try. So what I have is the ruby red. The washing machine's running behind me. I'm so far behind on laundry. So I have the ruby red, 6 spoonfuls of that. And I have the river blue, 4 spoonfuls of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is mix a little bit of blue and a little bit of the ruby red, and we're going to see what color we get when we blend them. I use the same amounts, so we get this purple. I want it to be a little more electric, so I'm going to add just a little bit more blue and see what happens, because it's all about the experiments. There we go. That's the electric blue I want. Or electric purple, I should say, that I want. So we need to add more blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen the blue by adding 2 more tablespoons, which now means that it's the same amount of red and the same amount of blue. Let's see how they mix together. I have a bottle. Put some in the bottle, just so I can get the same amount each time. Put an ounce of each. So an ounce of blue. And an ounce of red. Squeeze some on the spoon. Oh, it's perfection. Look at that color. All right. So now I know what I want. So I'm going to just squeeze that onto my fiber. Hold on. I'm going to move you so you can see. I have some pre-soaked fiber here, and I mixed citric acid. Yeah. Ooh, English is so hard. I mix citric acid into each of the colors. Now we know these two are properly blended, so we're going to add them together and mix them up and add them to the pot. Left in the bottom of that one, so we'll splash that on. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to add that one to the pot. Now I'll just push it all down, make sure I have enough water in there. It looks like I do. Almost. Now I took my fiber and I just kept spinning it from the middle so that it would wind itself, twist itself really tightly, so I should still have some white in there. I'm just going to add a bit more water. There we go. And now I'm going to put it on to heat up. Now I like the way it's doing this lilac shade here. That's gorgeous. So if I can, oh, Bobo's nuzzling the tripod. Wow, English is really hard for me today. Probably because I haven't talked to anybody yet today, except my cats, and they don't know if I use the wrong words. So I'm not going to stir this. I'm going to let it just sit like that and see if we can maintain that pretty lilac, which, wow, I am loving. So I'm thinking that one would be a combination of more blue and less red. Oh, I just want to keep mixing and matching and experimenting, but I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to let this cook and we'll see what we end up with. Back in a bit. All right, so it's heating up, but because I have such a tight twist on that fiber, it's heating in the middle first. So I'm going to just add a bit more water, and it's kind of washing the color out of the surface, which I really like. So let the color pool around the outside. Try to keep that centerpiece a lighter color because that's cool. And I don't like one color. I like tones. Tones are good. But you can see how it's burbling in the middle. I wonder if I can pop that up. Ooh, cool. Oh, it's doing some interesting things. I just don't want it to boil too hard in the middle. And felt that fiber. So I'm very gently going to make a volcano opening so that heat can escape through without mucking about with my colors. See if that'll work. Alright, I think we need a lid for this. So I'm going to go find a lid. And then what we'll do is put a lid on it, turn the heat off, and we'll let it steam. All right, so now the dryer is going, but I turned it off, put a lid on it, let it sit for a while. And it looks like the dye bath has exhausted, and we have this beautiful tonal purple. Oh good, there is still a little bit of white. Whew. I'm excited. I think this turned out really, really gorgeous. So I'm going to leave the lid off and I'm going to let it cool to room temperature. I'll wash it, spin it out, and we'll come back and have a look when it's dry because I think it's going to be fabulous. See you later. All right, so it's all washed up and I've just laid it out to dry. You can see all the different tones of purples and blues. And there's still some raspberry in there. But because of the way I had it in the pot, the really dark color is on the outside, which is the tail end here. Now this is still wet, so I'll be curious to see how intense the colors are when it's fully dried. But I love how it has like little patches here and there and little bits of white here and there. And this lilac-y color here, it looks a little more blue on camera and it's a little more purple in real life, but it is stunning. I am just super thrilled with how this turned out. I think it looks fantastic. All right, I'll come back for one more look when it's dry. All right, so here's our final look. Babo approves. It's got all these beautiful purples and lilacs and raspberries and some blues. It is so pretty. I am totally in love with this, and I'm probably going to dye up like 8 more batches. Just because I love it. Like, look at the streaks. Oh, it's just so pretty. Okay, so yeah, I made it, and it sounds very egotistical for me to say that it's gorgeous, but I love it. And what's the point of doing your own stuff if you can't love it? So thanks for joining me, guys. If you like fibery stuff, do the stuff down below, because I do fibery stuff, and you might enjoy some of the stuff I do. So I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.